This is the beginning of my bench that I'm going to put my sander on. This is actually the bottom side. It's going to be flipped over, so that will be on this side. And what that is for is, where is it? Where is it? Oh. That will go there for water, to keep the blade cool when I'm grinding it. I'm trying to do this on the cheap with just what I have. I don't want to have to buy any lumber because I'm not certain that this is going to be exactly how I'm going to want it. You know, I'll know once I get to making knives what would be more or less convenient. And I'm gonna make this well, but I'm not gonna overbuild it like when I do build things. I tend to overbuild them and build them, you know, permanently, where sometimes if I change my mind, it's a little hard to take things apart. So I'm just gonna do what most people would probably call a normal build. So if I do want to change things, it won't be so difficult. I won't have so many screws and nails to undo, and caulking and paint and extra lumber that I didn't really need. So let me get this cut out and flip it over and get it mounted right here. I've measured. What I did was measure the sander. I stood in front of it and I measured where my hands would be most comfortable at what height. And I held my hands there and I measured from the ground up to that point on the sander, and then from the table up to the point in the sander, and I come up with this height here. So I'm going to mount my 2x4 just about an inch under that, and then my plywood will bring it up to that level. And then I will bolt my sander down, and it will be on that end, and this end will have the bucket. So let me get that done. Let me get this cut out. I can already tell that I am going to have to get. I only have one 2x6 up there. I mean, it's a 2x4. I thought it was a 2x6 that I could split down the middle, and it's not. So I'm going to have to go get a couple 2x4s, but that's all the lumber I'm going to buy. So let me get this cut out and run to town. I'll be right back. Okay, I got that cut out. I still didn't go get my 2x4s, but this is what it's going to look like. The sander is going to go right here, and I'm right-handed, so I wanted the cooling bucket on the right. And you know, if this doesn't work out, I can change it. I can even flip it over if I have to. So all right, now I'm going to go get some 2x4s. Be right back. You've been helping me all day. There we go. Now let me go get the saw. I'm actually going to bolt the saw down. It's got rubber feet, and we're going to leave the rubber feet on it, but I'm going to bolt down through the, did I say saw? Sander. I'm going to bolt down through the sander, through the rubber feet, bolt it to the plywood, 4 corners. That's next. But it's hammer time. I gotta drink me a cold drink. Well, there we go. Nice little project. And I bolted everything down on the rubber feet. And then I dropped the cord down back and came up through that hole just to keep the cord out of the way. And you know, it's kind of a quiet machine. So next step, in order for me to make knives, the next step is a forge. I have to get a forge. Build it, buy it, make it, find it. That's what all my efforts and money are going to go to next, is a forge. Breezy, where you at? You ready to go in? Let's go in and get something to eat. Thanks for watching, y'all. Well, there's the finished bench. There's my bucket. I just painted it, so I don't want to put my bucket in there yet. But I paint things because it's so much easier to sweep and clean up when it's been painted. Alrighty, project done. Now I got online. I'm looking at belts, and I'm trying to determine what belts are the best to buy for grinding metal. And I'm finding that ceramic belts are the best, and I have found some for the 2x42, so I'll be ordering them. And found a place to order some tool steel. And don't know if I've said this already, because it's been over the course of a few days this video has been taken. But I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go ahead and make my own forge, so I can get started immediately making knives. Okay. We're done with this. On to the next project. 74 on Christmas Day. And, we're on our way to Dwayne and Sue's for Christmas dinner, and I just wanted to show you the bumper-to-bumper wall of traffic we have to endure all the way over there. Look, there's a car.
Oh no!
Yep.
Well.
That's the second car in 20 miles. My God. We're gonna have to move to a rural area.
$1 billion of
These are the banks my friend Dwayne makes, and this is some of that maple walnut that we got years ago from a church.
Yep.
And he had to get a tow truck to bring it to a sawmill. And that's bullets, 100-year-old bullets.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was a big tree. It was huge.
It's 150 to 200 years old.
Was it that old? Yeah. My God.
What a beautiful
The tree was this bigger. It's 4 foot across.
And musket balls.
Yeah, they were round balls.
Round balls.
No
so yeah, that old.
That's beautiful.
Very cool. History.
I did a fire mantle for him.
Good morning, y'all. Hope you had a good Christmas. Just want to add this to the end of some video, whatever video I put up next, about fake news. You know, the mainstream media has been talking about fake news a lot. And I have two examples of fake news that's just one happened yesterday and one happened this morning. Yesterday there was a murder over in Shreveport. And I don't know why this was so important that they had it on news all morning, because there's a murder in Shreveport every night, sometimes two. I mean, it's nothing new. Well, it must have been a slow news night, because they actually sent a guy over there, a reporter over there, to where this murder occurred. And they're calling it a grocery store. They keep saying grocery store, grocery store. It happened in the parking lot of a grocery store. Well, a guy's standing in front of the store that this murder occurred at, and it's a liquor store. It says liquor store right on it. And they even says the name of the liquor store. So I Googled it, and they sell whiskey, beer, spirits, and cigarettes. They do not sell groceries, and yet the news keeps calling it a grocery store. I have no idea why they would. I mean, it's clearly a lie. It's a lie. They're calling it a grocery store, and it absolutely is not. You can look in the windows and see there's no groceries. And I was wondering, I even sent them a letter, an email, asking them why they felt the need to call a liquor store a grocery store. Did it make the murder seem less or more important? Or I just can't understand why they would fabricate where it happened, when they're standing in front of the place it happens, and the sign on the store says liquor store, not grocery store. And this morning I was watching the news, and they compared Mary and Joseph to immigrants with no papers. There's just some fake news, man. Yeah, fake news, it is a thing, and it's all the mainstream media that perpetrates it.